Not really the brown girls from Jersey City who save the world. That's a fantasy too.
Yep. Good evening, everybody. I am doing it again. A little late on this review, but better late than never. At least it's not next week. I am currently going to be reviewing Ms. Marvel by Disney Plus, and the latest installments of series of Disney Plus attempt to try to correct this in-game we got, which we call Phase 4. Now, fun fact about this is actually one of the shows I really enjoyed. Before I get into it deeply, I want to thank everyone that's been taking time and pleasure and moments out your daily lives to listen to this channel. I know that's kind of diverted away from the original concept, but we'll go back to the bread and butter here soon. I'm taking a break from that. So, back to the story at hand. Ms. Marvel. Ms. Marvel is the latest attempt in Disney Plus to try to just get an understanding of what's going on with Phase 4. And this, to me, honestly, one of their better attempts to get their matter across in Phase 4. Now, Ms. Marvel stars a newcomer by the name of Amina Velanin. I can't pronounce it correctly, but she is the very Pakistani actress, and this is the very first ever role in its entirety. So that's kind of neat that they got a brand new face to show this brand new hero. Long story short, Ms. Marvel is about a young Pakistani woman who gets a hold of a magic bracelet that she came across from a family heirloom, and it somehow unlocks some powers in her. And pretty much the series is based on her trying to figure out what those powers come from, how do they work, why does she have them, what's her origin, and pretty much hiding from the government that's trying to villainize her in a certain way, which is kind of an allegory to immigrants in itself. Like I said, I really love the show. The first 3 episodes, you could tell the directors changed course middle of the season, because the first 3 episodes, it was very Scott Pilgrim where they had a lot of visual style that I really enjoyed, especially the way they showed text messages. And that kind of went away after the 3rd episode whenever it got really dark. So the first 3 episodes very lighthearted, very teenage comedy, very where do I belong type thing. And then when it gets to the root of her origin, it becomes extremely dark. It actually talks about the Parliament and the Parkai, and I thought that was interesting. I didn't know much about the Indian history, and that was an interesting topic that they touched on. It got my intrigue purpose of it. A lot of gripes that people want to say about this show is that how they changed her powers. Yes, she's originally supposed to be a shapeshifter / stretchy person, kind of like a mix of Mr. Fantastic or what's his face from One Piece. I don't know his name because I don't follow One Piece, but she's virtually indestructible. They changed the powers for whatever reason, I guess to fit the MCU narrative, because they wanted to team up with Captain Marvel, which is going to happen in the later future. But I did like how near the end of the show, they kind of hybrid morphed it to where she does both. She has cosmic powers, but her cosmic power is more... Think of it like their version of the Green Lantern ring, where she pretty much can convert anything that she imagines. And so near the end of the series, she learns how to control it to where she can convert herself to a giant person or big arm person. And she actually stands in the classic pose from the comic book, which is this girl with a giant fist. Now, outside of that, there's not much I can say about this show that I really enjoyed. I honestly, right when I started watching the show, I got the gist of it. This is the kids show. This is aimed for kids. This is tailored to kids. This is a kids superhero. More specifically, is catered to this is a Pakistani superhero, Muslim superhero, and they hit that straw. And you go in there knowing this is what this is, and I liked it because it never really tone shift where it needed to be. It remained consistent. It knew what it was. And it didn't even try to force in a big bad. Now the last episode, it was kind of a little drag because It resolved, the big bad was resolved by episode 5, and so the epilogue episode was kind of like, I don't know, just kind of pointless, but it kind of made sense. It was still very localized. It was a very personal story. It wasn't the end of the world type thing anymore. It was a personal story. It was her discovering who she really is, and pretty much the Spider-Man route. With great power comes great responsibility, and I liked that. I liked that a lot. They kept it personal. They kept it simple. They kept it neat. They kept it niche. And now this is a real minor spoiler. So if you want me to stop, you go ahead and skip. But she is technically, they introduced mutants finally. And when I say that, is technically they haven't officially called it, but they hint that Kamala, which is Miss Marvel, she's supposed to be a mutant. And I like that. I like that. That's how they're going to slowly start introducing mutants into this MCU properly, and this now multiverse type thing. Originally in the comics, though, Kamala Khan is an Inhuman, which is kind of like mutants. They're ancient race that can only unlock powers through a gas, some type of gas. And they didn't do that this time around, mainly because Inhumans is not really recognized. A lot of people don't like it, and they tried doing Inhumans already, and they shit the bed with that. So they're really distancing themselves with Inhumans, and they're trying to use this as an opportunity to introduce mutants. And I like that better. It makes more sense, in my opinion. And the combination of the cosmic powers, which inadvertently kind of states that the bracelet unlocked her X gene, which is good. I like how they did that. I like how they explained away. And so I think the rumor is, as well as the other, the Rambeau character from WandaVision, same concept. They even hinted at it, that her genes got mutated, and that's why she has Captain Marvel's powers. So, spoiler if you haven't seen WandaVision on that one. And so they're gonna do that. The new movie, the Marvels, coming up, I think next year in 2 years. So that's be something to look forward to, and I like how they do that. But long story short, I mean, this is one of the few reviews I've got that I haven't really griped about outside of Top Gun, which is still my favorite movie so far this year. This is my absolutely, I can honestly say without any issues, this is probably my top 3 favorite Disney Plus show. It wasn't out of place. It wasn't out of tone. It wasn't too long. It was meant to be a show. I don't think they couldn't show what they had to show through a movie. I think this was one of those decisions that they've perfectly got down. I love this more than Thor 4. I love this more than the other shows. The only show that Loki's the only one that in my head I could pop right now that beats it. And that's been WandaVision. Other than that, I mean, all the other shows could have been movies, and some of them dragged. This one's a lot better. It was more entertaining, and it knew what it was, and it stuck to its gun. It stuck to its principles. I love the mixture of urban art in it. I love the fact that she becomes this like urban hero for the community, and like they at the end of the show and in every episode they do graffiti art for her. I love that. I think that was, like I said, it felt like a Spider-Man show, like a live-action Spider-Man TV show. That's what it felt like to me, and I enjoyed it. And I personally grew up being a Spider-Man fan, next to Superman fan, so this was up there for me with the top tier shirt. Imana, she's going to be a great actress if she sticks to her guns. But she's probably going to be Miss Marvel for a long time, so I don't think she's going to need any work for a while. Other than that, man, I'm going to give this an 8+. So I'll let you guys check it out. I know it's kind of a turn off because everyone's telling me that the trailer looks so childish, looks so kiddie. But that's the whole point. I mean, people are complaining about Thor Love and Thunder being goofy as fuck. They took this goofy concept and made it serious. So something went completely wrong in those two translations. So I suggest y'all watch Miss Marvel if you want to watch a show that's done right with some comedic aspect. And it's easy. It's an easy watch, especially now since the series is over. Each episode is roughly 45 minutes long. You can get it done in 4 hours. So you got bench watch some more. So with that being said, my friends, drink safe, drink smart, drink responsibly. Adios.